welcome back, everybody. We are here with round number 3. I am Dr. Leo. I'm here with my homie Prez. How you doing? And are you ready for this fun last round? It's gonna be a good one.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna have a bit of a redux of round one here. We're gonna have another round of LED dredge here, but we're gonna be up against Deadguy Ale, which is gonna be very interesting. So once again, we have the colors to facilitate those Kaya's Guiles. However, I don't know if they're gonna be present or not.
Yeah, no Kaya's Guiles in this list, at least not in the main. There's one in the sideboard, and honestly, I mean, it's not a bad card to bring in. So,
Yeah, exactly.
uh, I do really like this matchup. Once again, it's another classic legacy matchup. Dead Guy Ale with the classic black white attrition based deck that uses Lingering Souls and Lilies and Hymn to Turox and stuff like that. But once again, this is another matchup where it's a discard deck versus a deck that does not care if it gets its stuff thrown into the graveyard.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So like honestly, if you hinted Turok a dredge deck, they're just like, okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, I'm
Yep.
down. Uh,
I hope you hit
so-
my dredgers. If not, I guess I'll just have to do some thinking, I guess. But
yeah, exactly. So this is definitely one of those matchups that's it's one of those thinking matchups. It's going to be a very back and forth game of like margins. Either MB is going to just take this and then go through, or Cliffy's is going to unfortunately just does do what Dredge does and just steamroll with it, just full board of zombies. So it's really pretty much up in the air for at least MB in game one. But that being said, here, I do like this black white dead guy ale list because man, like it's wild to see 4 dark confident and 3 opposition agents in one deck.
I think that's pretty cool for sure. So
Also,
we're also gonna see here just to start off with the faithless looting here. So the gig is up.
yeah, the gig is
MD knows what he's playing against.
importantly here. There's a one humility in the deck in the main
Yes,
deck.
which is super cool. I know MB is very proud of that humility.
And a one in delight and tutor to find it. I mean, it's a tech. It's some serious tech. Uh,
Yeah.
and I appreciate it, but man, that being said, I have recently acquired the mana base for Dead Guy Ale, so like I could technically play Dead Guy Ale. It's not really a deck for me. It's not really
Deck
one of the things.
grinds hard.
It
Grinds
grinds so
very hard.
hard. It grinds so hard. I'm just not a fan of Stoneforge Mystic, to tell you the truth. It's
Yeah.
not my thing. If I'm gonna be playing black white, I'm gonna be playing blue with it. So
Yeah. So we're gonna just see Dark Confidant pass, and then we're gonna start dredging.
yep, and there's a dread return. No Narcomoebas.
No. Oh yeah, there is a dread return. Yeah, sorry, I was looking at the Icarid. My bad.
Yeah, no worries, homie. No Narcomoebas. Let's see what we got for dread return targets. Is we got
Ooh, we get a Cephalid Coliseum here. That's really good, especially with hitting a second GGT. Oof.
yeah, like Golgari Gave Troll is really gonna oof. I think you just go for it, honestly.
Yeah, I like just going for it here too. I wouldn't be terribly worried for what's happening here.
Oh no, I think MB is just more.
Oh yeah, I think MB might have been thinking it was Cabal Pit.
Oh yeah, Cabal Pit. Yeah. No, this ain't lands.
Yeah.
Oh
Brings you
wow.
Dredge 6. That's insane. That's such a good dredge. If we
Oh
get
my.
another Grave Troll here, oh my gosh. Which we did. Oh, and the
That's
Ox
3
too.
Golgari Grave Trolls and an Ox.
Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
still no Narcos though,
Let's hit up an LED after this.
but we got plenty of bridges. Yeah, no Narcos. There's a therapy, but yeah,
Yep.
no Narcomoebas. Wow.
And
Okay,
so Cliff still has
24.
to discard 3 cards here.
Yeah, I mean the three
Yeah, the
Golgari
3
Grave
Grave
Trolls.
Trolls.
Like, oh no. Oh no, I have to throw
Shucks.
my awesome 3 dredgers into the graveyard. Oh,
Actually, I like this a lot. Throwing the Icarids away. Oh goodness.
yeah. And a Hogak?
I don't like discarding the Hogak. I would rather discard the Grave Troll
Yeah, I would
there.
100% discard the Grave Troll.
Yeah.
Like
I
I would,
like
I would
sandbagging the Hogak, keep the information hidden. Plus, also, you can still cast it from your hand.
yeah, exactly. I think
Oof.
oof,
That
that's taking
hurts.
3.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeah. That being said, this Ox of Agonis, if Cliff has another mana source here, another Rainbow Land, this Ox of Agonis is just gonna go wild, and that's why I love Ox in the Dredge list. I think it just is so explosive.
Yeah.
Uh, that being said, are we gonna see? Okay, we got 3 mana plays here. I do love. Okay, if possible, I would have loved to have seen a plague engineer here naming illusion or horror because it just like cuts off so many things.
Yeah.
It cuts off the Icarids, the free value, the free attackers, stuff like that. Plague engineer can be a house against Dredge if you know what you're looking for.
Yeah. Absolutely. So we're gonna dredge a Grave Troll here. Ooh, that hitting the double LEDs. Ugh.
I mean, it's kind of like whatever at this point. If Cliff has a second land, it's
I guess technically Cliff's not drawing cards anymore, so the LEDs are pointless anyway.
yeah, exactly. But these Icarids, say bye bye to your hand because there's 2 Cabal therapies left in the yard.
Yeah. And not only that, there is also a couple
3
bridges
bridges?
too. At least two, if not three. I'm pretty sure I've only seen two though, because that the bottom card in row three is a stinky. So,
Yeah, so 6/5.
oh,
That's definitely something that's like the other side. Personally, I've cleared entire boards of zombies by just putting double plague engineer on zombie. That's so much fun to do.
oh, those are signed Cabal therapies too. Love it.
Oh, oh, I am jealous. Oh, I need those. Oh, I need those in my life. Yeah, champagne. I agree. Keeping Bob back would definitely have been the play.
Yes. Okay, so there are actually three bridges.
Yeah,
Ouch.
that's 3 bridges.
This
So
hurts big time.
so oh, and hitting source of naming source of plowshares.
Yeah. I actually like that name a lot.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Um, I understand. I'm super medium on trying to flashback and then name lingering souls because the flashback cost is cheaper.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have named. I wouldn't name it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Especially since that Icarid's gonna turn into 6 zombies anyway, or 3 more zombies anyways.
Yeah, there is still another cabal therapy though.
Yeah, exactly. And
So do you
honestly,
just take out the GTA at this point?
meh. At this point, honestly,
He's sacking the Hogak to flashback the cabal therapy.
yeah, because the Icarid's gonna sacrifice itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's gonna create an unbreakable body of zombies, and
Yeah,
then
and
yeah,
then
now you can just
dredging it.
easily
Yeah,
recast the Hogak.
yeah, yeah. That's actually a super heads up play I wasn't thinking about.
Yeah, I didn't think about it either until I saw it. That's a very heads up play. Cliff does know their dredge. I'm impressed.
Yep.
This this young legacy player, this is gonna be a name to know. Like at least so let's see how they handle the post board games because
Yeah,
learning how to
exactly.
sideboard with dredge is so hard.
Yeah. Oof, this is a bad spot to be in if you're MB though for sure. And then Icarid's gonna die, and then
Yeah,
you're
I
gonna
get
get three
another
more
3
zombies.
zombies.
Yeah,
Yep, and now you have you know, gosh, gosh, we have 18 power and zombies plus another 8. Yeah, that's GG's.
yeah, yeah. MB just scooping it up there, and I do not blame him one bit.
Yeah, no, but that's what Dredge does. Dredge has what Dredge is going to do, which is win that game number 1, and then just try to steal game number 2 or game number 3. So We do have some options going into sideboard here for MB, who's going to be on our play. We have one Cataclysm, one Cling to Dust, one Containment Priest, which does not stop Pogak. It only stops the Dread Return.
Yeah,
Um, one Aethersworn Canonist, one Kaya's Guile, which we saw how good that card was in the first Dredge match. So I'm definitely think it's going to come in again.
yeah.
One Kaya Orzhov Usurper, which I love. One Path to Exile, one Plague Engineer, one Savine's Reclamation, two Surgical Extraction, one Sword of Light and Shadow, one Vindicate, and two Zealous Persecution. What do you like here?
I actually don't mind the Zealous Persecution just because that you can name zombie with Plague Engineer and then use Zealous Persecution to clean up.
But just going to bring that up.
Yeah. Kaya's Guile's an obvious shoe in. I don't mind the surgicals, even though they're a little bit slow. If you can hit like a Golgari Grave Troll off of a turn one Careful Study or Faithless Looting, it'll probably be a lot better. But at the same time, I think the ceiling for that card's pretty low.
Yeah, there is a lot of graveyard hate in this. I mean, also
Yeah,
incidental graveyard hate. Kaya Orzhov Usurper is so good about that incremental
actually,
graveyard
Cling to
hate.
Dust is very good too.
Cling to Dust is very good. Aethersworn Canonist is can sometimes slow down Dredge, but I don't think it's much bringing. You don't really have stuff to cut here. Or I mean, I'm 100% cutting for him to Torox. That's nothing. I'm probably cutting at least two, maybe all three Thoughtseize. So there are 7 cuts that you can make easily here to bring in more effective 2 and 3 mana plays.
Yeah, for sure.
Uh, let's move on over to the Dredge deck, and you want to bring this one up?
Yep. So in Dredge's sideboard, we got 2 copies of Nature's Claim, 1 Pithing Needle, 2 copies of Stern Dismissal, 2 Wear and Tear, 1 Dread Return, 2 Leyline of Sanctity, 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, and 1 Ashen Rock.
Yeah.
So in this one right here, I'm not entirely sure actually. This Your deck's really lean against this deck already. I
Okay.
kind of
So
like the Wear and Tear a little bit, but at the same time, because you did see the Umezawa's Jitte,
yeah,
so like on top of that, it also answers, a potential ley line if it comes in.
yeah, I agree, and I think Champagne's spitting some truth here. I also forgot opposition agents is terrible against
Yes, absolute
uh
garbage against
yeah,
Dredge.
it's just a flash 3-2. So here's my thing. So when I was learning Legacy, I was always taught that if you're a discard based deck without Force of Will, you're playing against the graveyard hate of choice is Surgical Extraction. If you're a deck that has Force of Will but little to no discard, you're going to be playing for thinking that you might be playing against Leyline because they can protect a Leyline. That's at least what I've always learned. What I learned about Legacy was like how like sideboards are built for graveyard hate. So if
Yeah,
we're applying that sort of logic here, Cliff could just play around the fact that knowing that most likely MB is not going to be slamming like a Leyline of the Void or something like that.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, so I think in that case, if we're playing around that, I do like Leyline and Sanctity here.
I could see that.
I
Um,
really like that because a lot of the stuff is going to target you, like exile target opponent's graveyard.
yeah, and of note, Malfi, there are no duresses in MB's 75, unfortunately, so that's not an option.
Yeah, no duress. See, personally, I love Cabal Therapy with in what's call it in Deadguy L because you just flash back off of what's
Lingering
call it
Souls.
lingering souls tokens, basically free.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of it there as well. Just Cabal Therapy in general is, man, it's one hell of a drug, guaranteed. Anyone
Oh,
who's ever played Legacy, cast some Cabal Therapies. It's a good feeling.
come talk to me about some Cabal Therapy. I literally build decks around Cabal Therapy just because of the leverage it has in the format. It oh, what's his name? Patrick Sullivan is doing
Ooh,
this new thing on SCG where he's doing recurring insight and he's talking about like game mechanics and magic. And one of the ones they talked about was Cabal Therapy. And honestly, he hit it really a nail on the head for what Cabal Therapy is and like how it functions within Legacy and within like Magic as a whole. It is the most flexible discard spell. It can be the most disruptive, but it really just has that barrier to entry that people get intimidated for, and people just default to saying force a will or something like that. It's not that. It's a mind game, as well as the fact that there are times when you can just control your player, control your opponent, just because of the fact that you can cast a ball therapy. And if you hit like once in the blind, they are going to respect it for the rest of your time that you play against them.
yeah, for sure. Like I and that's just it too, because I remember I played a game against Doc last night, and he looked at my hand there, and he saw three Tarmogoyfs, and oh my god, all three Tarmogoyfs went.
Yeah. That was a great feeling when you can 3 for 1 somebody. Oh, it's great. And if nobody's ever heard of any of my recent Seagate Stormcaller lists with Cabal
Come
Therapy,
join the Discord, you'll find out.
come join the Discord. You'll see some of the wild brews I have with that. I love it. Like the combination of Seagate Stormcaller plus Cabal Therapy is like a great drug.
Yeah. So we're actually going to see playing out the LED here, and we're actually going to get a Cabal Therapy on turn one here from Cliff, which is really good, especially given that MB didn't go. So the name is Surgical Extraction here,
Ooh.
and this is a mulligan to 5, by the way, too.
Yeah, that well, to be fair, if you mulligan to 5 and don't play a ley line, 100% you're naming surgical extraction. But this is really good because this gives Cliff time because Kai's Guile is 3 mana. And when your graveyard hates at 3 mana, oof, that's you're giving more time to the dredge player. And as we saw in game one, you don't want to give time to the dredge player or match one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 6/5. Actually, if you want a really good Deadguy Ale sideboard and a really good Deadguy Ale player, join the Discord and hit up Mr. Jackdax, one of our mods. Mr. Jackdax has been playing Deadguy Ale almost exclusively for like the last like 6 months, and honestly, he's an awesome player at it. The guy has
Very
been playing
good.
Stoneforge Mystic for a long time. He comes from a Death and Taxes background as well as Stoneblade, and just Dead Gael fits so well for his playstyle. So I highly encourage hitting up Mr. Jack Dax for it.
Yeah. So it looks like here we're looking at and asking for the text on Kaya's Guile, I'm
Oh
assuming.
yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean it's a new card and it's got a pile of text on it. It's like a questing beast.
Yeah. Kaya's Guile is very versatile, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So I
Careful
really do
study.
like Dead Guy Ale's new tools because like we were saying, like opposition agent fits well in this, but once again, it's a deck that doesn't play Dark Ritual, so it can't optimize it as much. And I agree. I think that there should be are we
Oh,
cracking
I like this a lot. So we cast Careful Study, response, crack the LED. I'm
maintain?
assuming floating red because he has the ox in hand.
Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Oh, this is gonna be brutal. Okay.
Yeah. And we did see the stern dismissals come in.
Yeah,
Return
and
target creature enchantment an opponent controls to its owner's hand. I like that card actually.
yeah. I mean, it's not a bad play. And
Yeah.
honestly, with the rainbow base mana base, like yeah, it's like
Actually, with the second LED, he's got a lot of gas here to go. So he's actually gonna flashback a Faithless Looting first, Dredge
yeah,
12 here.
the
Then I
LED
imagine the Ox is gonna come back.
the LED stars are some of the fastest that Dredge can really do. And having
Yeah,
a double LED and plus the Ox to just go as deep as possible, like it's honestly not bad. And NB's not gonna have a hand after this.
yeah,
Yeah, because we're gonna see at least yeah, because we're gonna get right on this one.
yeah. Escape the Ox. So we
Yeah,
gotta pay the escape cost first.
which is exiling 8 cards.
Yeah,
with the
which is a
Ox.
lot. However, in the Dredge deck, i.e., the deck that Ox is basically designed for, um, it's super, super good.
Yeah, and
And
honestly,
eight cards is a pittance for how good Ox of Agnes is.
Ox doesn't even care if you Swords of Plowshare it either, because of the fact that it's already done its thing. It only matters for that ability of when it enters the battlefield, discard your hand first, then draw
Yeah,
3 cards.
exactly. Oh, wow.
Double Narco, we got
Oh my
Bridges.
gosh. And then this is for the 3 cards here. We got Bridges, we got Therapies. Oh my gosh,
The
this is a
hand's gonna be
savage
gone.
beating.
The hand's gonna be gone. That Kaya's Guile is never gonna, see the light of day.
Yeah,
Woo!
quite a graveyard here.
Yeah, that's GG's. I don't know how many bridges are in there, but,
This is rough.
yeah.
This is
Uh,
super rough.
oh, and here comes the therapy. Here comes the therapy. And this is why therapy is so good, because it plays around with forcing, your opponent to, play with, like, known information and such like that.
Yeah. So for anyone who's unfamiliar with it, the thing about Cabal Therapy is the fact that as soon as you name the card, it's too late to respond. So if your opponent's gonna like brainstorm something, you go with known information in terms of what it is. So if you're gonna name this card and then they brainstorm in response, you don't name that card. You name something else now.
Yeah, so that's well, that's where the whole mind,
Mind games
fuck
comes from.
of cabal therapy comes into play, because that's the reason why I always
Was
say
that
the first
all
thing
four
the
bridges? Or was that two and sack the ox?
oh, no, 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 the Ox got exiled. So that's all 4 bridges.
Oh, he cast swords on the ox. Okay, gotcha. That makes
Yeah,
sense. Okay, so that's all 4 bridges there then.
yeah. Yeah, this is, the hand's gonna be bye-bye everything, like, it's wow. Yeah, we're gonna get a Hogak now. Yeah, this is brutal. So MB needs a top deck,
So we're gonna see a
a
Hogak from the graveyard too.
3 mana board wipe,
Yeah.
which
Is that
surprise
Dredge return in the graveyard too? Because if that Dredge returns in the graveyard, oh my gosh.
does not run toxic. Does not run toxic deluge.
So we're gonna see a flashback therapy here again.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Target self names Grogari Grave Troll.
Yeah.
I actually like that because you know that, and you do not want them discarding that Lingering Souls either.
Yeah, exactly. It it's one of those things that, especially with the Hogak on in the graveyard, you could just keep on doing it over and over and over and over again. And yeah, you don't care. Like, yeah, sure, Caracas my Hogak. I have a army of tutus now. This is
Yeah.
lethal unless you have a board wipe.
Yeah, basically.
It's like, yeah, sure, you can make some lingering souls tokens.
This is an absolutely savage beatdown from
Well,
Dredge
this is
right
what I was
now.
talking about. Like the when you're a discard based deck in Legacy and you leverage your discard over Force of Will, because it's very hard to have a deck that also leverages discard and also has Force of Will, except for Doomsday. Fuck you, Doomsday. Anyways, it's one of those things that you can't, it's very hard to leverage both of those things in Legacy. And if you're playing against a matchup where your primary way of disrupting your opponent is going to be discard, and they don't give a flying fuck about your discard, and this is only when it comes to specifically like Dredge, Hogak to a point, and like Manaless Dredge and stuff like that. Like the Dredge variants do not care about your discard. But when it comes to like Reanimator, discard can still mess them up by taking their reanimation spell and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is one of the things that you have to just accept, is just that you will have these bad matchups, and but
Yeah.
your sideboard has to be prepared for that. Yeah,
Yep.
Hogak,
This is a
exactly. Monkey Hogak
massive
kind
attack
of did.
too. This is an attack for 21.
Mike, fuck you. You play, hey, Dane Mill. Nobody wants to hear it. Yeah, Champagne, like, yeah, it does have that capability of doing that, but it's one of those things that it doesn't as effectively leverage it as something like Doomsday. Like, I love the fact that you brought Force of Will into Nick Fit, Homie, but like Doomsday kind of does it better than you.
Also ripping on Pox and Doomsday.
Yeah,
So
but
this is a
that's
massive
that's
attack
what
there.
Dredge likes to capitalize on. Dredge
Yeah.
capitalizes on that fact that there's some decks that it's going to do that. Now, is it going to completely destroy a tournament? No, because people are afraid of fucking Dredge, and they're going to have it in their sideboard hate for it.
Yeah. So of note here, MB actually blocks a zombie and an Icarid. I personally wouldn't have done that just because the Icarid should give you, yeah, it'll give you 4 more zombies. But
Yeah.
yes, you lose your bridges. But hey, Malfi, there's someone new here who plays Spanish Inquisition now. I got your number.
And that's going to be it for our final round, everybody. Dredge sweeping it up 2-0, and Dredge doing what Dredge does, like effectively producing a fuck ton of zombies and smashing face. So,
Yeah.
oh,
Very,
oh,
very excellent showing there from both players. Kind of a shame that Dead Guy didn't really get to show anything of what Dead Guy's capable of, and although Dead Guy is very dead now, but
yeah, exactly. Hey, so thank you everybody for coming out and joining us for this awesome evening of Legacy gameplay. We are gonna have more events coming up soon. We have our now bi-weekly European time zone tournament. We have our not our Spanish time zone, our Saturday tournaments that we have going on. If you have not checked out the Discord, hit Discord in the chat and joined our community of over 2,000 members now playing Legacy and having fun.
it's been absolutely wild today how many games people have been looking to play.
Oh my
Probably at
god.
least 40 or 50 people asking for a game today.
Oh my god. At one point I was working, I check out the Discord. I see every single channel is full on the VC. And it's crazy to see because like Legacy is great now. This is what you want to be doing in Magic. Like, yeah, other formats got to shake up, but like Legacy, this is going to be
Legacy got the biggest shakeup for sure, and
oh
I
by
think it's
far.
a good one.
Exactly. So check out the Discord and look to see you all there and let us be your local meta.
Yep. Peace out and see you guys next time.
Have a good one.